Boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Obscure Angel PT, and for today what I do every year it is, Jump Force. So this is developed by the Spike Sunsoft, which is a developer that usually releases a ton of games, Japanese games on multiple consoles. So if you go to Wikipedia, you will be probably shocked by the quantity of games that these guys develop. So this game, it is developed using Unreal Engine 4, so I was expecting some nice graphics, but indeed this game has some great visuals, effects, which is actually very good news, although it might not be the best game, fighting game ever. So let's start with the settings that I'm currently playing. I'm playing with 1080p, with the settings on high settings and textures on ultra. I highly recommend ultra settings because when I do use low, medium or high, the background textures are completely low res, so if you choose ultra textures, the game will have a beautiful look. So for the frame rate, this is those types of games that you either select 30 frames per second cap or 60 frames per second cap. So unfortunately this doesn't support frame skipping, which means that if you have, for example, 50 frames per second and we are using a 60 frames per second cap, the game will run in slow motion. So the only setting that I usually get 60 frames per second is with the low settings, which looks really bad. So I decided to go with the high settings, textures on ultra, and a lock to 30 frames per second. This game asks for an HD 7950, which is a bullshit because we are running in here with an HD 7850, which is way weaker, and asks for an AMD A10 7850K and 4 gigs of RAM. And as you can see with the results, I was able to get an experience above 30 frames per second with the high settings. The maximum settings, we start to notice some drops here and there. And if you want to get 60 frames per second, you really need to go with the low settings, and sometimes some drops do appear. It seems that it is related with the Phenom II X4 and not the GPU, since the GPU usage on the low settings are between something like 50% to 80%, so I will put my blames on the CPU for dropping from 60 frames per second. But again, this game is completely playable above 30 frames per second with no issues whatsoever. The graphics are actually very good, the visuals are amazing, and the characters look in a way that I've never seen before. But unfortunately, it seems that not all the people are satisfied with the game, because we have been only talking about visuals, but gameplay itself, most of the people are not really satisfied. It seems that Steam users are giving a score of 45%, which in my opinion it is pretty bad for a Steam game, and the price that they are asking for the game, it is 60 bucks, which is highly expensive. You can also buy the game through Kinguin at the time of this video at around $40, and if you buy through Kinguin, you will be supporting the channel to get more and more games on the future. But still, I think it is rather expensive, so I leave this decision to you. I just want to leave you the links on the description for Steam and Kinguin, and since you now have the results for the performance. So guys, that's all that I want to talk. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.よし、できたぞ。ごさんだったら
誤算だった。じゃあ行くぞ。行くぞ。入れろ。よっ。バカに残念だが終了。引いてもらうぞ。悟空さん行きます。おりゃ。油断したな。終わりだ。誤算だったんだ。今だ。おりゃ。おめえ修行し直してきたらどうだ。